Reversing a steady decline that was seen in the opium cultivation between 2014 and 2020, the illicit crop growing has surged in Myanmar since the military seized power in 2021, and this is according to the United Nations. In its annual Myanmar Opium Survey for 2022, the UN Office on Drugs and Crime said that Myanmar saw a 33% increase in opium poppy cultivation. The war-torn country also saw an 88% increase in the potential opium yield last year. The report found that the area of opium poppy cultivation was at 40,100 hectares last year, up from an estimated 30,200 hectares in 2021. The UN said that opium poppy cultivation reached the highest ever estimate since they started measuring it about 9 years ago. In a statement, Jeremy Douglas, the UN's regional representative on drugs and crime, said that the growth was directly connected to the crisis that the country is currently facing.
A lot of people left opium farming. They had some assistance from some programs run by us and others, but fundamentally, people left opium farming for other employment. It's not a desirable form of employment, but those employment opportunities are now gone as a result of the situation in the country.
So, I want to let that clip play so you can see, your usual suspect, Esau Edom. And before I begin, this short video, I want to say, all praises and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Ruach Wadash, double to the elder apostles at Great Millstone, Ruwell, and who have taught us knowledge. Instant salutations to you, fellow laborers doing the work in truth, sincerity. Shalom to you. Shalom to the few Akwaf that believe as well. Now, I just entitled the video, the usual suspect, because, Esau being, Esau, and it's no coincidence that at that UN council meeting, who you see, somebody that's representing the, the so-called United States of America, all right, admitting that their hand was in it. Now, when you look at Myanmar and what's been going on over there, and especially involving the the poppy fields, the opium the opium crisis or opioid crisis was started by yours truly, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, from the central banking families on down. All right, that's the reason why you look at Myanmar, and it's identical to Afghanistan. All right, before Esau get in there, there's no production involving the poppy fields. When Esau get in there, what do? Takes over, steal the resources, and then as a result, all right, there's a crisis because he didn't start it. This is a so-called white man for you, man. He's clearly Esau. See, the scriptures don't call him the son of perdition for no reason. This man actually loves destroying people, places, and things. All right. That's Esau's MO, right? The main thing happened over in Afghanistan is that spilled over into the people are all, sprung out on fucking opioids, right? From the poppies. All right. It's because of Esau, all right? Isaiah 33:1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. Because that's Esau for you. He's a treacherous dealer. All right. When you look at the word treacherous, right? Look up the word treacherous. It's deep, man. But when you know the definition of it, and you apply that to a people, man, you look none further than the so-called white man, because he's the personification of that. He embodies that word. All right, dealers treacherously. Let's get the word treacherously. All right. It says, but God, all right, but God. It says to act treacherously, deceitfully, deal treacherously. So it's the same thing. All right. When you look it up on Google, right? We're going to get a Google definition. It says definition of treacherously, adverb, in a way. The verb is an action word, by the way. So adverb, in a way characterized by faithlessness or betrayal, traitorously. All right. So you want to get a more understanding, right? Guilty of or involving betrayal or deception, right? So when you look at this whole war on terror, when you really get inside the nitty gritty of the reason why these different nations were invaded and spoiled, it's all over resources. All right. It's all over resources. It was all a deception. You know, Myanmar is no difference, man. All right. Let's go back to the scripture. It says, woe to Isaiah 33:1, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. All right, so that's Esau. All right, he's a treacherous man. I mean, god damn, you can't even say it no better than that, man, because it just is what it is, man. It's no explaining to do. You just what's the saying? Things that's understood need not explaining. Micah 2:1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And that's the reason why Esau do it. He know he's in the ruling seat, and he go around spoiling the different countries and nations. Because why? It's his time to rule. And his time ain't up yet. All right. And there's no one that stand in his way of spoiling, except for you see Gog, which is Russia, all right, standing in Babylon the Great's way. All right. That's what America is, Babylon the Great. All right. If you don't know now, you know. All right. And that's the reason why they do it. It's the man Esau, all right, the wicked, all right, root of the scriptures, all right, the wicked seed, another word for root. He's ruling. This is why you see people mourning, man. I'll get that in a second. Verse 2, and they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so they oppress a man in his house, even the man in his heritage. Yeah, because the people all messed up and jacked up once he saw no leaves there, And when you go to what's the Psalms 76 or the 73? Let me see. There we go. Psalm 73. Psalm 73:7, it says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. And that's Esau for you, man. Esau have everything that a ruler can want, but it's not enough. All right. You want to bleed you totally dry when you don't have nothing to live off of. All right. It's not just the children of Jacob that are angry with this man. All right. The heathen nations outside himself are angry with this man because they realize that this motherfucker Esau, man, he's just out of control. He's really like a wild beast. just devouring everywhere he go, spilling blood for no reason. Just because, man. You wonder why the people, the inhabitants of the earth are mourning? Esau. You wonder why the inhabitants of the earth are in such a bad case or bad condition? Esau. The Most High truly let Esau live out his blessing. And when Esau knows his fatness in the land, meaning riches, if you don't know, all right? Because the resources, all right, that makes you rich when you control them or have them in your possession. Once he knows in your land, he's coming to get that. You better believe that. See? And people are mourning as a result. That's why when he go down, all right, now, it's not just the people of the earth mourning. Look at the state of the earth. The condition of the earth is broken down. The scriptures say that the foundation of the earth is broken down, man. I mean, excuse my French, in this video, man, but it's that bad. I mean, it's literally that bad. Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And the reason why you see these people of Myanmar, Afghanistan, all these different countries that so-called America has destroyed by the hand of Esau, that is the one in the charge, that's leading this full-on assault of murdering people all across the globe. Because he's the wicked, man. He's the cancer in the earth. You know, like you got a virus that just spreads out of control. That's Esau for you, man. Again, Malachi 1:4, the border of wickedness. Better believe when he comes to your land, there will be some kind of wickedness involved. Destroying your leaders, destroying the people of that land. That's Esau's MO. See? And as a result of that, who he demonized for, called him out for his bullshit. Us, the just. Let me get that. Same chapter. Jump down to verse 10. The bloodthirsty hate the upright. Yeah, who the bloodthirsty? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Hey, you can't talk about nobody on earth doing anything as far as taking lives, man, because nobody has taken more lives than the so-called white man. Esau have taken, man, lives, man. It's not even funny, man. He's a bloodthirsty, wild, beast-like man. See? That's why they had in that old movie, Planet of the Apes, when the apes had that so-called white man that was played by I forget his actor name, but they said, beware the beast-like man, for you make a desert of your home in his. No, the apes represented the children of Israel, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. Esau being funny, trying to make a joke out of it, but hey, he is definitely the son of perdition. That's why the Most High is prepared the greatest judgments, all right, of being desolate and destroyed for the nation of Esau, Edom, man, for all he have done. See? And that's why it says, like iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Let's go to the 4th chapter real quick, and I'm going to close. I ain't want to hold you too long. Proverbs 4 and 16, it says, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. See? That's the Edomites for you, man. Notice when you talk about the Edomites and you go into precepts about them, there's always wickedness as far as they're doing. Okay? How violent and wicked they are. All right? Which the Most High made him to be the wicked. Now, who can play that role in the Most High's movie better than Esau, Edom? You know? Hey, so with that, Lord willing, this short video has been edifying. And until next time, I want to say shalom.